Welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will delve into the fascinating world of the Airbus A380 and explore the primary reasons behind its retirement by various airlines. We will also highlight the countries that have chosen to continue operating this iconic aircraft. So let's get started. Emirates' maiden flight of its first GP7000 200-powered A380 in 2008 marked the launch of the world's largest fleet of its kind. Airbus had a sudden demand for 220 GP7200 engines due to Emirates' massive initial order of 55 A380s. Engine Alliance facilities worldwide raced to manufacture and assemble engines to match the hefty A380 specs. After more than a decade building the GP7200, Engine Alliance announced a bold new strategy, shifting their focus from producing the GP7200 to supporting it. The A380, a double-deck, wide-body, four-engine passenger aircraft, was 40% bigger than the next largest airliner, the Boeing 747-8. International airports competed to adjust runways and gates to accommodate the sizable A380 specs, and Emirates owns by far the lion's share of the fleet. The GP7200 required over a decade of engineering to develop an engine to handle the A380's size and complex aerodynamics. The companies are retiring the Airbus A380 due to a combination of commercial and safety-related factors. 5. Lack of commercial viability. The A380's lack of commercial viability is one of the key causes of its retirement. Because the Airbus A380 was designed for a hub-and-spoke system, rather than point-to-point travel as the industry was moving toward, the aircraft was not economically viable. Direct flights became more and more popular, which reduced demand for the A380's enormous 853-seat capacity. The desire for very big aircraft, like the A380, declined as a result of this shift in travel habits, which affected the aircraft's profitability and market appeal. Airlines were finding it difficult to continuously load the A380 as demand for the hub-and-spoke architecture declined. The A380's hub connection-focused design started to work against it at a time when direct flights were the norm. In the end, the A380's lack of financial viability was underlined by this mismatch with the aircraft's capacity as well as market demand, which led to several carriers retiring the model. 4. High operating costs. Airlines faced considerable issues because to the high operating expenses of the A380, which were mostly caused by its size and four engines. When compared to more fuel-efficient twin-engine wide-body planes like the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350, the aircraft's fuel consumption and maintenance costs were noticeably greater. Airline companies found it difficult to manage the A380 commercially due to these high operating expenses. The four-engine configuration increased fuel consumption along with upkeep needs, which increased overall operating costs, even though it produced excellent performance. It was challenging for airlines to run the A380 economically, particularly as fuel economy and operating expenses started to play a bigger role in how competitive the aviation sector was. Airlines decided to retire the A380 in favor of more economical models, in part because of its high operating expenses, which were a major contributor to their lack of economic success. 3. Limited market demand. Due to the restricted number of airlines, most notably Emirates, that made substantial investments in the super jumbo aircraft, the Airbus A380 encountered limited market demand. Some carriers found it difficult to generate enough demand to regularly fill the large aircraft, while Emiratis welcomed the A380 and made good use of it in their hub-and-spoke network. The industry's move toward point-to-point travel, where consumers prefer flying directly to their destinations, did not match with the A380's architecture, which had been optimized for a hub-and-spoke system. Due to this change in travel habits, particularly big aircraft, such as the A380, became less appealing, making it difficult to find airlines willing to operate the aircraft commercially. Due to its delayed introduction into the market and the growing feasibility of twin-engine aircraft that provide comparable range and higher fuel efficiency, The A380's commercial appeal was further reduced, which led to several carriers retiring it early. 2. Cargo limitations. The Airbus A380 was primarily intended for passengers and had limited cargo capacity, in contrast to the Boeing 747, which was built to have both passenger and cargo capability. The A380's design limitations made it difficult to turn the aircraft into a freighter, in contrast to the 747, which was simple to modify for cargo operations. Because of its structural limitations, especially with regard to the upper deck arrangement, the A380 was not as versatile for cargo operations in terms of cargo capacity and loading capabilities, due in large part to the fact that the 747's operating longevity and flexibility depended heavily on the need for cargo aircraft and the capacity to transform passenger planes into freighters. This limitation severely limited the A380's market potential. Due to its limited cargo capacity and design concentration on passenger service, the A380 was difficult to modify for a variety of operational needs, which decreased its market appeal and led to several airlines retiring the aircraft before its time. 1. Delayed replacement aircraft. Airlines are looking forward to the delayed arrival of the Boeing 777X as a substitute for the Airbus A380 that they are retiring. With its innovative folding wingtips and roomy cabin, the Boeing 777X is expected to provide a more economical option than the A380. Boeing's next-generation aircraft is expected to provide airlines improved passenger comfort, operational flexibility, and fuel efficiency, making it a desirable option to replace the A380 in their fleets. The 777-9 version of the Boeing 777X program, which is well known for its greater capacity and cutting-edge features, gives airlines a contemporary and competitive choice to suit their long-haul travel requirements. The 777X's unique folding wingtips improve fuel efficiency and aerodynamics, improving performance and saving carriers money on operating expenses. In addition, the 777X's roomy cabin layout caters to the changing needs of contemporary passengers by offering a relaxing and pleasurable flight experience. Airlines see the Boeing 777X as a viable alternative to the A380 that can fulfill the needs of the changing aviation sector, even in spite of the program's delays. But there are only a few countries that are not retiring the Airbus A380 in the near future. United Arab Emirates, UAE, with 120 Airbus A380s in operation and 123 still on order. Emirates, the national airline of the United Arab Emirates, has the largest fleet of these aircraft. Emirates intends to operate the Super Jumbo until at least 2035. Even though it has retired two A380s, Emirates' operational needs and strategic goals depend on the A380 to be fulfilled on high-demand routes. To maintain its position as a leading worldwide airline and fulfill passenger demand, the airline intends to capitalize on the special features of the A380. Emirates' long-term ambition to fly the aircraft is clear evidence of its faith in the A380's performance and its dedication to offering capacity, comfort, and operational excellence. Qatar Airways, one of the few airlines that hasn't decommissioned the Airbus A380, plans to continue flying it for at least 2 years. The airline's CEO, Badr Mohammed Al Mir, cited increased demand for the A380 on specific routes between Europe and Asia, congestion at international airports, and the delayed replacement by the Boeing 777X. The A380's capacity of 517 people allows the airline to efficiently meet this demand. The 777X, with its folding wingtips and large cabin, was intended to provide a more efficient alternative to the A3801. However, the 777X's certification and delivery have been pushed back, prompting Qatar Airways to extend the A380's operation.